Hello everyone, welcome to Elets 17th NBFC 100 Tech Summit. Today we are joined by Vinish Shah, Chief Business Officer, Craft Silicon Asia. Welcome to the summit, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, sir, how have you seen the business landscape evolve over the past few years, and how Craft Silicon is has adapted to these changes?
Right. See, if you look at Craft Silicon, we have a long presence. If you look at in the global market, so we are there in about 30 countries as our customer base, and we are supporting more than 300 financial institutions at a global level,
Okay.
right? And from an evolution perspective, if you look at it, it's earlier what's working in one country used to work in another country, okay? But that's not the case anymore. With each country, the regulatory requirement has changed, the local
Definitely.
environment has changed. Customer is now much more aware,
Yeah.
so it cannot be that something which is working in, let's say, in Africa can work in Asia, or even in Asia something which is working in India will work in Indonesia.
Yeah.
No. So it is, though it's a very global organization, right? But we have localized our solution to the need of the people,
Yeah.
to the need of the customers.
Okay. So, sir, Craft Silicon is known for its customer-centric solutions. So, could you share some examples of how do you leverage technology to enhance customer experience and satisfaction?
Yeah. See, if you look at it, so I'll give you two examples over here. So, from a customer-centric approach perspective, let's say, for example, in India, now when we started from being one of the key technology service provider for microfinance industry or for MSME, I think few years back we realized and we proactively realized that there is a missing piece as far as the mobility is concerned. Okay. So we were probably the first one, maybe about 10, 12 years back to launch the mobility for the loan origination.
Yeah.
It's not only in India, but even in the global market. So if you look at it, for example, in Kenya or from
Yeah.
Ethiopia, or even some of the tough countries like Sudan, Somalia, and all.
Yeah.
So there also, as per the market requirement, as per the client requirement, we were able to gauge proactively what's going to work in the market, and accordingly we deployed the solutions.
Okay. So, what are some of the biggest challenges Craft Silicon has faced in recent times, and how have you overcome them?
See, recent time, I think one of the biggest challenges that you look at it is, what even we were discussing in the panel, some of the very frequent changes in the regulatory
Yeah.
requirement, right?
Yeah.
Because of that, there is a continuous shift.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not that something that you code today, you develop a product and you market it and that's about it. No. One of the things that we have done, not only in India, but in the global market, that because if there is any regulatory change which is coming in, we don't charge even a single rupee to any one of our client to incorporate those regulatory changes.
Okay.
Okay, it's free of cost. So that gives a comfort to all our clients, in the banking sector, in the financial institution, in BFC sector and all, so that they can rely on us. And then they know that we will be proactive to deploy those changes and give it to them. So that's, I think, one of our biggest USP that we have.
Oh, that's great to hear, sir. So, how important are partnerships and collaborations in your business model? And could you highlight some of the recent successful collaborations?
Yeah. See, we have, so Craft Silicon is no longer a company which is providing core banking or LMS, LOS solution. We have, I think, over a period of time, we have gone way beyond that.
Yeah.
Now we are able to offer the ecosystem. So when I say ecosystem, today, let's take an example. If you're talking about India's lending, space, it's not only LMS, LOS, and all that collection and all. It's also about, how are we doing the ID verification? How are we doing the video KYC? How are we doing the, account aggregation? Or how are we doing the bank account verification, right? GST analysis, income tax analysis. So there are solutions that we have built ourselves and we are continuing to evolve and building. And there are also solutions which we have incorporated to our partners. So we have got the pre-integrated APIs with a lot of these service providers. And like for e-sign or for ID verification and all, right? So where there is a dependency on the government source system.
Yeah.
So we have kind of done that API integration and now able to offer it as a 360-degree solution rather than just doing it in piecemeal basis.
Oh, okay. So, looking at what are your strategic priorities for Craft Silicon in the next 5 years?
Wow. So, okay. So if you look at from a global market perspective, we are definitely looking at geo expansion. We are looking at, so right now our one of the biggest bases in Asia and Africa.
Yeah.
And now we are looking into Latin America, we are looking into Middle East and rest of the world as well. And then from a product segment perspective, we are looking at evolving more on the AI/ML front.
Okay.
Okay. So we are working something very, very, you can say that it's like a bank GPT kind of a thing.
Okay.
Okay. So that's one of the platform that we are coming up with in the near future. And secondly, if you look at it from India perspective or Asia perspective, we are looking at diversifying into various other loan products. You know, so like for example, education loan or housing or loan against property, loan against security, and so on. Right. So we are diversifying. I mean, even that diversification journey started a few years back, and we are continuing to evolve in that segment.
That's great to hear, sir.
Yeah.
So, how do you see this summit shaping the future of NBFCs, and how have you your experience till now?
Yeah. See, I know that Elets have been the market leader, and
Okay.
they have been doing this for what, about 20 years now.
Yeah.
For Chennai, we are participating for the first time.
Yeah.
And I think the response is really good. And we look forward, for the future partnership as well. And I think it's not only about, we are not participating only to look for the
Yeah.
leads or the business. It's also looking for the partners, looking to network and overall value proposition.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being with us, and hope you have enjoyed the event.
Thank you.